Is it possible to be too nice in a relationship? Jennifer said, I always feel I'm walking on eggshells with my husband, Tom. Often when I tell him what I really feel, he overreacts and we get into a big fight. So there's just some things I just don't talk about. Jennifer is choosing to be nice rather than honest. But Chuck, can I be nice and honest? Well, of course. But we're talking about being nice as a way of avoiding the honesty that's necessary to build your dream marriage. That's not really being nice to yourself or to your partner or to your relationship. If your partner's reactive, it's very easy to try to keep the peace by being nice and not talk about what's really frustrating you, what you're really feeling. But my friend, this is the kiss of death to your relationship. What happens if I choose to be nice rather than honest? Well, first of all, the negative feelings I have don't go away. Negative feelings don't go away unless they're communicated and processed in a safe conversation. By using safe conversation skills, you can learn to be honest in a way that will bring you closer to your dream marriage. Second, when I don't talk about things, I internalize those negative feelings and become bitter and depressed. So if being nice helps you stuff what you're really feeling, the bitter feelings of anxiety result in depression. Or, number three, I internalize negative feelings and then later explode over something insignificant because I'm carrying this simmering frustration of anger inside, and it doesn't take much at some point to cause an uncontrollable eruption, and those things usually happen over the stupidest things. A fourth reason it's not cool to be nice rather than honest is that my partner never gets to know me. Hiding the parts of me that are hurting actually robs my partner of the chance to really get to know me, the real me, not just romantic projections and fantasies. Also, the pain of not being seen continues to grow as I continue to hide my feelings. And this pain grows. As it grows, I can be assured that deeper depression will happen, or the eruption of Mount Vesuvius, or both. Okay. Number 5, I don't heal my childhood wounds. Instead of healing my childhood wounds, I continue to carry them, which has the effect of limiting my growth and progress in every area of life, including my parenting and my career. The 6th reason that I need to be honest is that my partner doesn't get a chance to grow. Being nice robs my partner of the opportunity to see close up where he or she needs to grow. So calling someone to emotional and spiritual growth is threatening, because growing's hard, and we will resist and react to that areas of growth to the death. Unconsciously, we know that. So it's no wonder we'd rather be nice rather than be the sand in the oyster, or the one who brings our partner that kind of a irritation necessary to produce a beautiful pearl. And finally, we won't have the connection that gives us passion and full aliveness. Man, a dream marriage, a relationship of safety, connection, passion, and full aliveness, it only comes to couples who can be completely open and vulnerable with each other. So being nice at the expense of vulnerability will keep you from a deep connection and from your dream marriage. So what can I do? Number 1, face your fear. Ask yourself, why am I afraid of conflict? Is it the fear of rejection, the fear of abandonment, the fear of intimacy? Fear that if I do connect intimately, it'll hurt? Or if I do connect intimately, I'll lose it? That's the fear of intimacy. Fear that causes you to walk on eggshells and not talk about what's frustrating you robs you of your dream marriage. So face your fear. Second, share your fear. Jennifer started to tell me how her husband Tom is such a nice guy with everyone else. He's willing to help out anyone in the neighborhood. But when she asks him to do something, he tells her to stop nagging him. I stopped Jennifer there and I said, Jennifer, you need to share that with Tom using safe conversation skills. does little for Jennifer to be honest with anybody else, but it'll do a lot of good for her to be honest with Tom in a safe conversation. So Jennifer said it like this: Tom, you seem to always be willing to help anyone in the neighborhood, but last week when I asked you if you would clean the gutters before the rainy season, you told me to stop nagging you. Tom reacted immediately, denying that he'd even said that. So I coached Tom. I said, Tom, it's very important that you regulate your reaction by simply mirroring Jennifer. You don't have to agree with her. Just mirror her. Repeat back to her exactly what she said as close as you can. Then check for accuracy. Then ask her, is there more about that? After a few tries, this is the way it went. Tom said, let me see if I get what you're saying. You're saying that I'm always willing to help others, but last week when you asked me to clean the gutters, I told you to stop nagging me. Did I get it? Yes. Is there more about that? Jennifer said, yes. When I'm accused of nagging, it makes me afraid to be honest with you about how I feel. Tom then mirrors that, checks for accuracy, asks, is there more? Jennifer, now feeling safer, goes deeper into her affect, enabling them both to see that there is a fear that's triggering her silence. So Jennifer says, yes, what I'm really afraid of is that you'll leave me if I share how I honestly feel. So I just keep it to myself, hoping that it'll go away. But the frustration doesn't go away, and I'm afraid it's killing my love for you. Wow, talking about honesty. She's there. But what will Tom do? How will Tom react to this scary revelation? So number 3 is you have to dissolve your fear. Well, for the first time, Tom was able to see what was behind all the nagging that he felt coming from Jennifer. He went on to discover that their house was an extension of Jennifer's identity, so that when their house wasn't prepared for the storm season, she felt vulnerable and exposed herself. As Tom continued to mirror and validate Jennifer's perspective and empathize with her, 2 things happened. First, Tom connected with Jennifer's fear, and a desire to protect her arose in him. This consciousness of her fear had the effect of dissolving his defenses, and rather than seeing Jennifer as nagging, he saw her as afraid of rejection. Her vulnerability caused him to want to love and protect her rather than just complain about her nagging. Can you see how it's better to be honest than nice? Well, second, Jennifer was able to process the feelings that she couldn't share before. As a result, she learned that she could share her feelings with Tom. Through a safe dialogue, she could be honest in a positive and constructive way. As Jennifer dissolved her fear, she learned that it was possible to be both nice and honest. Well, what about you? Are you walking on eggshells? Are you choosing to be nice rather than honest? Use the couple's dialogue to have your own safe conversation as a couple. And if this is an issue with you, I hope you'll follow Jennifer and Tom's example and learn to be both honest and nice. So here's to building your dream marriage.